welcome back. My name is Jonathan Sandoval. This is going to be my first trading recap video with real money. I'm either going to be doing bi-weekly or weekly trading recap videos, and at the end of the month I'll do a monthly trading recap video with my biggest win and my biggest loss and what I got from it. These videos are going to be rather boring, so if you're here for entertainment, you could just click out. And these videos are probably going to be a little bit lengthy, so I don't apologize for that. I will say thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys can give me a like, comment, and subscribe, that really does help me out a lot, not only with my self-esteem, but also with the analytics here on YouTube. So if you guys are new to my channel here, I try to put this ball in that hoop right behind me, and I always suck at it. So maybe today's my lucky day. Let's find out. That's actually the closest I've ever gotten. I'll see you guys in there. Before you start this video, I did mess up. All the trades you guys are going to be seeing are from this week, but on the data sheet it says 10-5. So disregard that. These trades that I am showing you are from this week. I just put the wrong dates on some of them. That's all. Thank you guys. Like and comment. By the way, if you guys hate this video, at least put it in the comments. If you guys do like it, give me a comment and like, and also subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Welcome in. So one thing that I didn't say in the video was that the reason why I created this YouTube channel was to document my process to becoming a profitable day trader. I think that's very important. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be going over 4 trades, I believe. And excuse me with this because this isn't going to be exact. Everything is going to be kind of generalization on where I entered and where I exited, but I'm going to be showing you guys kind of my data sheet here. And like I said, bear with me. It's not always going to be like this. I'll be able to give you guys exact entry points and exact exits. Just be patient with me. Now, like I said, I'm going to do everything I can to be as transparent with you guys as possible. And, you know, give you guys exactly what I was thinking, why I was thinking it, and all that good stuff. So let's just jump right into it. Bam! Alright. So the first one I want to go over is I want to go over REI. Okay. So this was in the morning. This was on the 5th. This was on Monday. And I went in here. Let me go up to my data sheet real quick. I went in at 387. So 387 is going to be about right here. Now, Jonathan, why did you go in here? Well, it gapped up, spiked a little bit. It pulled back, and it hit right here on VWAP. So, you know, it bounced up. I was like, okay, cool. So this is going to hold itself. So I got in and spiked up again. I didn't take my profits here into 4. That was a nice little spike. So, you know, you're expected a pullback. I'm still positive. And then I ended up not pulling out right here. Reason being, so this is what you would kind of call, I guess, quote unquote, the meat of the move. And the reason why I didn't pull out was because since I'm trading with such small size, I'm kind of just not only going off of profit and loss, but I'm also kind of going off of the personality of the stock. So these stocks kind of have their own personality to it, and you could kind of know how it's moving. And not only that, but you could also know right here through level 2. So I ended up exiting. It was around right here, which was at 396. Yep, right here. And the reason why I exited was because I saw the trend changing. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, well, no, pull back, spike up, pull back, spike up, pull back, goes down more, goes back up, comes back down just a little bit. And it doesn't break this 4 point. It does see right here how it's $4. It doesn't break that 4 point. So I'm like, okay. So I don't think it's gonna break it. So let me just come out for a little 82-cent profit. You know what I mean? And then that ended up being a really good play. Reason being, because look at this. For the rest of the day, it didn't even break up. You guys can see it for yourself. So that was a good exit on my part, even if it only was for 80 cents. I'm trading with real small size right now, so I'm not really worried about my profit and loss. You know, my loss is going to be like $5, and my profit's going to be like $10, $20, whatever the case may be. But what I'm really worried about here is my thesis right? Is my entry right? Is my exit right? And am I being patient with letting my runners run? And that's something that I'm really having trouble with. And I'll explain to you why right here in this next one, which is going to be VYGR. I traded this today. Now, these are NASDAQs. These are, I believe they're all NASDAQs. So NASDAQ is just a certain exchange that it is. Yep. So actually, this was New York Stock Exchange, the REI, and then the VYGR. These are going to be Nasdaqs. Now you're probably asking, well, Jonathan, why is that important? It's important because, as you can see here, there's an OTC, there's New York Stock Exchange, and there's Nasdaq. The New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq, and American Exchange, which is Amex, those trade a certain way. And the best way how I could explain how they're trading right now is they're trading like OTCs. And what I mean by that, so OTCs are over the counter. And OTCs, they don't have large movers. They look exactly like this. And with NASDAQs, when the market is super volatile and we're in a bull market, it's just big old candles. And I don't like trading those when we're in a market like that because it fluctuates just so much and it's harder to see what the actual pattern is. And these stocks right here, the NASDAQs and the Amex and the New York Stock Exchange, these are trading like OTCs, so it's much easier to see the pattern, the pattern play. So this one is going to be VYGR. Okay, so I caught this in the morning, probably about right here. And what I mean by caught it is I saw this play. And my thesis was with this play was towards the end of the day, it's going to spike up and it's going to finish off towards new highs. Okay, so on the top I have my daily, I have my intraday chart, and then which is for 10-6, which is today, and each candle, each red and green that you see is 1 minute. I forgot to explain that to you guys, sorry, my bad. And then down here I have my daily, just so I can see if it's going to be a multi-day breakout. And then as you can see, this definitely has room to run. It's been all the way up past 30, so I definitely know that it's a former runner and that I could definitely do some damage. So I saw this play, and the reason why I said that this is going to be a runner towards the end of the day was because I saw, a little, it started off nothing much, and then boom, there's a spike. Okay, and the reason why that spike happened, there's no news on this. If I'm using my terms correctly, it's because of technical analysis. And what that means is you guys can see it right here, and I'm not pointing towards this white line, just slightly above it, right here. It broke that high right here at this candle. So it perked up a little bit, and then you see this big green 1 minute candle, and then it completely broke out. That's a significant breakout, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you want to catch off that technical analysis. Now, this isn't an exact science. It's not always going to happen. But since this was within the first hour of the market open, that's usually when stocks are most volatile. So that's the reason why it broke out. Okay, so it broke out, consolidated a little bit, broke out again, consolidated a little bit, broke out, dipped, and then it broke out. So each candle, like I said, is 1 minute. And I saw it about right here towards 11:30, which is going to be, I believe, like 9:30 my time. Okay, and I was like, okay, well, it broke out significantly a couple times, all within the past 2 hours. There's volume, which is right here where my cursor is, and I was like, okay, and it's floating above VWAP, and it's really good, and it's really good, significant breakouts. Towards midday, you get midday choppiness, midday consolidation, midday fake out breakouts. Okay, and I traded it a little bit here, right here, only for like a couple losses and a couple gains. Bring it up right here. See for like $1.59, and then I went back in because of FOMO. FOMO was fear of missing out, for a $2 loss, and then a $76 loss. And I was like, okay, that's enough trading for this. Let me go step out. Let me go do what I need to do. Let me step away from the markets a little bit so I won't overtrade, and then I'll come back. So I came back, and I saw this. Boom! I was like, fuck yeah, I knew I was right with this. And right here, you can see it's towards the end of the day. which is 15 and then 10, 11. So this is like the last hour and a half of the market closing. So I got in. I got in right here because I was expecting it to not only to pull back but also to break out a little bit. So I got in right here. It pulled back. I got in with 25 shares. It pulled back, and as I could see from what it's happened before, it pulls back and it grinds back up. Or right here, it spikes, pulls back, it goes back up, pulls back, grinds back up, pulls back, and then it slowly uh, a slowly gradual grind back up. So like I said, patterns. You trade the patterns. You don't trade the stock. You trade the patterns. So I was like, okay, well, let me add to my position here. So I got in 25 shares here, and then I got in, I believe it was probably right here. Yeah, boom, right here. And then I added to my position 10 more shares, so I was 35 shares in. Consolidation, going back up. Boom, I saw this. Cool, perfect, great. So it's working out like how I thought it was. Then this big red candle came in. I was like, oh shit. But the reason why this big red candle came in was because someone was in it with a large size and they took their profits. And the stock market is supply and demand. So once the demand, someone bought their shares and they sold it. And they had a large position. So it pulled back. I wasn't too scared. So I was like, okay, cool. I had my risk in play, which was right here at 5. And I would be out for a little loss, whatever it is, what it is. And then I saw it grinding back up, and I was like, yes, cool, perfect. I didn't come out right here because I was waiting for it to go to break out a little bit more because I saw the volume towards the end of the day, blah, 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 blah. And I ended up taking my profits right here around 5. It was at 5:51 I took my profits. Let me show you guys. So... yeah, so I got in at 5:20, and then at 5:51 I exited, and then that's when I added to my position when it came down to 5:10, and then I exited my 35 shares for a $7 gain and a $4 gain, but I was already -4 for the day because of my losses, so I ended up just ending the day, which was like a little above $7 there. So that was that trade. The VYGR. My thesis was right. I overtraded. I wasn't patient, but towards the end of the day, I went back in and I was right and I was disciplined, and this was a good trade, all in all. Last trade I'm going to be going over. Sorry I'm talking your guys' head off. I apologize. You guys are the one that clicked on this video, not me. Okay. I traded this one, which was NM. This one was a complete fucked trade. This one was a chase. I should not have traded this, okay? So it spiked up. Boom, beautiful dip. Boom, beautiful. You know, they say buy the dip, you gotta buy the dip, right? Boom. And I tried to get in right here off this dip. Try to get in right here off this dip towards right here, hoping that it'll break out again significantly like it did with this, but it didn't. I was already late, so I definitely chased this stock, and I ended up coming out of this stock for a few cent loss. Now you're probably wondering, well, why did you add this in here in this video? Yeah, it was a 4-cent loss. I added this because it was a chase. It was not a good trade. I shouldn't have placed this. FOMO kicked in. Most of this trading, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's rather simple to understand and learn. It just takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of emotional discipline. And that's the hardest part, is controlling your emotions when going into this trade. Because, I mean, with the click of a button, you're in it. With the click of a button, you're out. So, it's rather easy to go in and out of the trade. Depending on the context. I'm not going to get into that. But those are my 3 trades that I wanted to go over with you guys. I really hope you guys learned something from it. So REI, you know, I was good on my entry and I was good on my exit, right? So this one was a good trade. VYGR, my thesis was right. My emotional discipline was not there, okay? And I should have held, but I didn't. And I overtraded this, which made me lose money. But towards the end of the day, like I said, my thesis was right, and I ended up profiting about $7 there. 8, 9, 10, $11 if we're not including my losses from my previous trades, okay? And then number 3, my third trade. This one was just terrible. This was a terrible trade. I totally chased it. I should not have entered this. Fear of missing out kicked in, aka FOMO, which is why, you know, you need to be emotionally disciplined when you trade. So let me go back to my face here, you guys, to say thank you, and, you know, let me scoot you guys out of here. But yeah, those are my 3 trades. Thank you guys so much for watching my trading recap video, my weekly trading recap video. Like I said, these are not going to be entertaining. They're going to be more educational, and they're going to be probably more for me on what I need to do better, and what I did right, and what I could, you know, double down on. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, a comment if you guys can. Hey, great video. Hey, this video sucked. If you're going to hate on my videos and say that it sucked, at least put it in the comments. Come on, please. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a good one. It's all about the journey. If you guys want a shirt, DM me. Other than that, hope you guys have a good day.